Fortnite Squid Game update is here and has brought us a new Squid Game reload map. Now on this map, there are so many secret Squid Game minigames. So I'm going to be breaking down every minigame for you guys. Starting off with the first minigame at Red Greens. At the end of the farmland, there's a giant hole into the red light, green light minigame. When the doll's not looking at you, you can move freely. But when the doll looks at you, you cannot move at all or you will die. Once you complete red light, green light, there are 3 rare chests for you and some other chests as well. And one more thing, in about almost all of these minigames, you can't build it all, so watch out for that. And our next minigame is right above the labyrinth. There's a giant rectangle in the ground that goes down really far, and there's 2 minigames over here. The first minigame has a theme of Vikings, and the second minigame has the theme of Atlantis. Now both these minigames are pretty much the same thing, or you have to do parkour to get to the end. And at the end, you'll be greeted with 2 rare chests. Our next minigame is east of Square Meals. You have to go to this house right here and go all the way into the basement and you'll see some lasers. All you have to do is not touch the lasers to get into the middle where you'll see 2 rare chests. But it is okay if you touch the lasers because unlike other minigames, you won't actually die. But you will be marked for other players, so try not to touch them. Next game is on the bottom right part of the map. And again, all you have to do is enter this house and go into the basement to find this minigame. And this one is also another parkour minigame with 2 rare chests at the end. Very similar to all the other ones we've had. And I don't think I've mentioned it before, but if you fail at this, you'll die. And this goes for pretty much every minigame unless I've specified otherwise. We also have one at this hotel-like thing over here. And all you have to do in this minigame is get to the other side. Oh, and I forgot to mention the twist. Some of these floors actually break and you'll fall to your death. But don't worry because I've discovered a trick to know which floors actually fall and which ones stay up. While walking along the floor, you'll notice that some of these floors have more visible bumps on them than others. Well, the ones with the more visible bumps actually won't fall at all. The ones that look smoother, those will break and you will fall. So there's a little trick for you guys. And before we get to the best minigame, I'll show you the hardest one first. This one is at Hectic Hedges, and in this giant hedge maze, there's a giant bush somewhere around it. And you can enter this bush and you'll find some stairs that lead downwards. And in it, you'll find this minigame with a ton of traps. And the first trap is that this floor right here will actually break and send you into a spike trap. The second one is that there's a turret shooting at you at all times. The third one is that there are spike traps on the walls and on the floor. And just when you thought you've made it to those juicy chests, there's a spike trap right above you that instantly kills you. Yeah, I died a few times actually trying to get to the end of this. But once you know where all the traps are, it's really easy to do. And now the best minigame. This one is at Square Meals and you have to actually complete 4 different minigames to get the OP loot at the end. At the 4 corners of this POI, there are 4 different Fortnite restaurants. The minigames actually lie in the basement of these restaurants. The first minigame at Butter Barn is actually a parkour course, like a bunch of other minigames we've had. The next one is at Tomato Head's restaurant, and this one is also a parkour course. Third one's at the taco restaurant, and the minigame is the breaking floor one I showed you earlier in the video. The 4th and final one is at Fish Sticks restaurant, and it's the laser maze I showed you from earlier, except the floor actually has ice on it, making it so much harder. And you do get a prize for completing each of these individual minigames. At the end, you'll find a golden llama in the middle of the loot room and some chests around it. Now what's very important is you have to claim the golden llama in each of these rooms. When you claim the golden llama, you'll get a ton of loot, but no weapons, only heals and ammo. Now after you do this, you can want to head to the giant llama in the middle of the POI. This is where all the good loot is at. Because you collected all 4 of those golden llamas, you can now unlock the giant golden llama. And inside there's a ton of OP loot and 1 guaranteed mythic every time. This is why I said this was the best minigame. But there is a glitch going around where your mythic can actually spawn inside of the indestructible floor. So yeah, sometimes you might do all this work to not even get the mythic. This glitch actually happened to me the first time I opened this llama, so I was very confused. Anyways guys, that was all the minigames I have found, and if I have missed any, please comment down below which ones and where. Also, if you enjoyed, you guys should like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.